My parents told me I was adopted on my 30th birthday, but that wasn't the biggest secret. On my 30th birthday, my parents asked me to come over for dinner. I thought it was going to be a normal family celebration. Cake. Photos, a few embarrassing childhood stories. Instead, after dessert, my mom started crying. My dad looked like he was about to throw up, and then my mother said 5 words that changed my life. "You're adopted, Emma?" I honestly laughed. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. They handed me adoption papers, official documents, photos, everything. For 30 years I'd had no idea. My whole world flipped upside down. But then my dad said something even stranger. "There's more." Apparently they hadn't planned to adopt. 30 years earlier, my biological mother had arrived at their house during a snowstorm carrying a newborn baby, me. She was terrified, desperate, and running from someone. She begged my parents to protect me, then she disappeared, just vanished. No forwarding address, no explanation, nothing. The only thing she left behind was a silver necklace with a tiny key attached. My parents kept it hidden all these years. I stared at the necklace, then noticed something engraved on the back, a name, not mine. Lillian. The next morning I started searching. What began as curiosity turned into obsession. Weeks later I finally found a lead. A woman named Lillian had disappeared from another state 30 years ago. And her case had never been solved. The more I researched, the stranger things became. Eventually I hired a private investigator. 3 months later he called me and asked me to sit down. According to his findings, Lillian wasn't my mother, she was my grandmother, and she had been one of the wealthiest women in the state. The key from the necklace led to a safe deposit box that had remained untouched for 3 decades. When the bank finally opened it, I expected money. Instead, I found journals, dozens of them. Inside was the truth. My biological father had spent years trying to gain control of my grandmother's fortune. When she refused, he became dangerous. My mother fled with me, and when she realized she couldn't keep us safe, she left me with my adoptive parents. The final journal entry made me cry. It read, "If Emma ever finds this, tell her we never stopped looking for her." For 30 years, my biological family believed I was gone forever. A few months later, DNA testing connected me with 2 biological uncles. And for the first time, I met people who shared my smile, my laugh, my eyes, but the biggest surprise came later. Not the inheritance, not the mystery, not the missing family. It was realizing something important. The people who raised me never had to love me, but they chose to every single day. So now I have 2 families, one connected by blood and one connected by choice. And honestly, the family that chose me saved my life.